Konnichiwa, Mina. And after like a month delay, because I was just never got around to doing this because I couldn't figure out a mod to do, I finally decided one. Here's a brand new playthrough of Victoria 2 I'm going to do. And this time, I'm actually going to play home for once in the US. As you see, in this game, instead of being a great power normally, this is the GSG Vickymod. Because I was looking up earlier because I wanted to make sure it works for .4. So I actually played as the UK for like a decade, and everything seemed to be okay so far, at least like 10 years into the game. No crashing or anything like that, because some mods unfortunately don't work for free 4 yet. I think that's what the updated version of Vicky is. And in this game, instead of being a great power, the US is a secondary power, which to me seems a little bit more realistic, because I really find it hard to believe the US being a great power back in 1836 in real life. So anyways, as we're going to continue playing, but before I begin, I want to show you how the map is. It's another one of those mods where there's a whole bunch of country stuff. I mean, look all Africa all over the place. Look at all that. Oh my god. So many countries you could do and stuff like that too. And of course, Japan's broken up too. And of course, no, the US, North America looks largely the same. Because there was, I know there was one mod, I think it changed some of the province shapes for like Colorado and stuff like that. But in this game, it seems to be the same. Looks like maybe Texas has changed a little bit overall so far, but largely the same. As I'm finally going to play the US for the first time in a long time. I've never ever done a full game as the US ever yet. And of course, it probably will not be as fun as it normally would be because it's a democracy, of course, as you all know. I think the volume might be a little bit too loud. So I fixed that, hopefully. So I think I have the options set. Maybe I'll lower it a little bit. Okay, hopefully it won't be too loud. But anyways, as you know, the US is a democracy back then, so, and it's a full democracy too, so I cannot choose whatever party I have. I gotta do whatever the people want. And of course, the Democrats are in power now, so they have a laissez-faire, so that means I can't build any factories whatsoever. The capitalists gotta do it all on their own. But thankfully, in the game, since the US is in the new world, they get a huge immigration boost later on in the game, so we're going to be a very populated country at the end of the game, probably, which will help our industry and stuff. And we're probably going to be secondary. Now we're a great power again. That's a little weird how it changed like that all of a sudden. But anyways, there's going to be one challenge in particular of this game, and that's trying to avoid the Civil War. Because Civil War does happen in this game, and I've never tried this before because I've never gotten that far into the game to have the Civil War happen, because in order for the Civil War to happen, two things in particular have to happen. Two key events: the Dred Scott ruling and John Brown's last, raid. And of course, those don't happen until like the 1840s and stuff like that. So I got a while to go still before that happens. And of course, I think a liberal government like the Republicans have to be in power. I think conscience and militancy has to be really high too. So there's a bunch of things that need to be happening before the Civil War breaks out. But I'm going to try and handicap their strength by not trying to build any railroads, forts, and naval bases in any of the states that I know will turn to the Confederacy when it happens. Because in the game, I think it's programmed that all the states that historically went to the Confederacy will automatically go in. But there are times where they pick up other states too. Like I saw a couple times they've taken Oklahoma. They've gotten Utah and Nevada a couple times. I remember one time they actually got Hawaii when the U.S. somehow got them so early. They got this part of like Canada right here when the U.S. got them before. So crazy shit's happened before. And now, thankfully, almost all the time, the only time the Confederacy ever won was one time I ever saw, and that was because the British were at war with, the Americans were at war with the British at the time. So the Confederacy split them in half and like crushed them pretty much and got their survival in check. So I'm going to try to avoid a Civil War. And there's one thing I heard of. I've never tried this before. I haven't seen any confirmation on this yet, but I might try it. There is a way that I've heard that possibly could prevent the Civil War from happening altogether. And how it's done, it sounds very counterproductive. Is, as you see, all these states, of course, they're not actual states yet. They're protectorates. And of course, we still got uncolonized parts over here too. When they become states, as like in every other country that has slavery, which the U.S. does, when they become states, we have the option to make them a slave state or not. And I've heard if you do the counterproductive thing and make them all slave states, it raises the conscience, of course, of the abolitionist movement. And I heard that it might raise that conscience so high for the anti-slavery movement that they might actually force the 13th Amendment, I believe it was, banning slavery completely and preventing the Civil War from happening. Now, I have no idea if that's ever worked before, but I am going to try that once these states are going to come in. When they come up, I'm going to say allow slavery. Not to mention the economy probably isn't really good yet for capitalist stuff to take over, so slavery could probably help the economy in the very short run at first. So now that that's explained, we're going to get the game underway now, as we'll set Washington the waypoint for troops and ships and stuff. Okay, we got 2 ships up here. We're going to send them down here to D.C. All the ships are going to come to D.C. And another thing, too, I got to be careful is when I make troops and stuff, if the Civil War does happen, all the troops and stuff that are based in the Confederacy are going to join them. So let's see, like Philadelphia, Hartford, Charleston. Okay, Dixie Co. So if the Civil War broke out, that Dragoon right here will become Confederate. So I gotta be careful when I build troops and stuff like that. So we can't build any more troops, looks like, at the moment. Yep. But we will. Let's see. What's our Navy composition? I think it shows right here. 3 clippers, 9 frigates, and 2 man-of-wars? No, wait. I still don't get, let me see it again. That times 3 is the score, so we got 3 clippers, I believe, 9 frigates, and 20... I don't get it. It's like, the list is like so incomprehensible, so I'll just wait till they get back over to the port before I decide what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm not going to work on the ships yet. Alright, we're going to fix our relationship with the British for the moment. And we got to save a diplomatic point because, if you all don't know, Texas, of course, is independent at the moment, but they're at war with Mexico. And since we're in such good relationship with Mexico, Texas, once the Texas takes over, Mexico takes over part of Texas, we can actually intervene and fight Mexico to keep Texas independent. And if we sphere Texas, we can annex them into a state. So I might start sending troops over there in case to fight off Mexico, as we get troops into Louisiana. And now we'll keep a diplomatic point. We'll keep the free just to be safe. And now national focus, because capitalist probably aren't going to be good at the moment. So maybe I guess I'll try capitalist and see what happens. No, I'll do clergy instead. Alright, so now, of course, the taxes, we'll set them all to maximum. And, raise the tariff as high as possible. The Democrats are not really good in this game, unfortunately, for a conservative government. Alright, so now, alright, research. We see, okay, we got 2 we can have 2 more national focus. Okay, we'll do probably... Well, actually, that would be good, too. Positivism. That way we can, get more migration, which allows us to get more Yankee, which is our main, culture, out here, expand out west, that we can turn into states and stuff. So, looks like everything I've set is ready to go, so let's get the simulate now. Oh, lucky nations are a benefit in this game, too, but I think it was a couple of countries. I have no idea. It never says exactly who does it, too, that gets it, so I have no idea if I get them or someone else gets it. That would be a little nicer if there was an indicator that we know for sure. As the troops are coming in. Where are the troops going? Oh, that's right, I sent them down there. Oh, I think that's Texas. Yeah, if they want access, we'll let them. Supply consumption going down. That's good. As unfortunately, we're losing money. Wonder how. I don't think we're building anything yet. And, oh, the FRCA wants an alliance, so we'll do that. As, like I said, we're sending troops down to Mexico. Fuck Mexico. You're not going to get access. And later on, we'll get the Manifest Destiny event, which allows us to take over the rest of Mexico up here. But of course, that'll wait a bit. Okay, they're still in Mississippi, now going to in Louisiana. As slave population will go up too, thanks to slavery being legal. Alright, so... Speaking of which, I almost forgot, since I'm a great power, I could start sphering everyone. So we're going to start doing that. We're going to sphere all the smaller countries in North America. especially Texas and Hawaii, because remember, later on too, if we steer Hawaii, we can annex them too as a state. And we're going to do all the South American countries too. This is probably going to take a while. Monroe Doctrine in action. Because there's a lot of countries in South America, unfortunately. Oh, actually, that listing went down pretty quickly. And of course, remember we got that colony in Liberia, remember, so we'll do them too. And also, remember, we got good relationship with Japan too in this game, so we're gonna do them too. Oh, that's right, Japan split up. Where's we'll do Korea too. There was one Japanese sub-state in particular that I think it was the Shogun. I think that was the main like Japanese sub-state that would eventually be turned Japan, so we'll try them too. Alright, so as we're just waiting for our troops to come in. It's gonna be a while because they're saying they're still at war. Once they take over something, we should be allowed to intervene and stuff, as we got diplomatic point. Fix our relationship with Texas, so we'll have a much better shot of intervening. Is any factory? Oh, okay, we do got a couple factories built, but we can't do anything about it. They're completely up to the countries, up to the capitals to support themselves. And looks like our government doesn't allow us to work on railroads either. Actually, I don't think I'm pretty sure we should have railroads unlocked. It's not even let me just press on the damn thing. Okay, we do have it, okay. But I guess our government doesn't allow us to work on, just like if you remember my Russia playthrough where we cannot work on railroads at all when we have the liberal government in power. Alright, all of our ships are there, so now that they're there, let's see. 11 clippers, 11 man of wars, let's see. Okay, now that is a little bit understandable now. So we got 3 clippers, 9 frigates, and 11 man of war, okay. I mean, I was so like I couldn't figure out what was what. It made it like impossible to figure it out. So we're gonna build some commerce raiders, and I got some money. I think I can work on forts and naval bases. Yep, but we're gonna only do up here right now, in the territories like I know for a fact won't become Confederate. Okay, we just wasted all of our money right there. And no, I'm not gonna do any naval base in the Confederacy at all. I guess let them have conscience. Alright, they're going to be there in a second. Alright, so, okay, we got 24,000 troops there. We'll combine you. And we got to start saving money. So we'll cut the supplies for the ships since we don't think we need them. And I guess I'll cut... I'm spending for administration too. We got to keep money up because we're spending money to keep our Navy, our Army supplied. Okay, so anything's happening yet with... Okay, still can't intervene yet. We need friendly with them. We're neutral? How the hell are we neutral with Texas? We're supposed to be friendly with them. Well, that's going to make it a little bit more problematic. Unless an event pops up that lets us get involved. So, looks like we're in trouble at the moment to try and steer Texas. Man, that's not really right. I'm guessing more if that's like part of the mod, but we will offer to supply them. Maybe we'll form an alliance, maybe that'll help, but we gotta wait till July. As we'll increase literacy spending, education spending. And then we'll go back. Let's see. Could we accept an alliance? Maybe it'll ask us to get involved. Of course, we gotta wait a couple more days. As now we're starting to make some money now from all that spending on the Clipper transport. Oh my goodness, God, that's all of Texas is completely occupied at the moment. Still can't do anything yet. We don't got no diplomatic point. Looks like we're gonna have to wait till August, which is now August now. Okay, we got diplomatic point. Allow access, but of course we can't really go in. We gotta declare war still on Mexico, and I don't think we can do that yet. Oh, we don't got no diplomatic point here, so we can't check yet. Alright, so I'm wondering what the liberal government would be like. Because Republicans are not around yet, historically. I think it's the Whigs. Hey, they allow interventionism. That's pretty good. That's probably an option, too, I could probably do, too, to get the Whigs in power. Alright, they're just still sitting there minding their business. As Houston's being occupied. Okay, now all their provinces are occupied again. Hopefully we'll have enough diplomatic points when September rolls around. As all of our commerce raiders are finally being built now. Now we don't got diplomatic point, now we gotta wait till October. Alright, so I think I'll move my ships down here now. As like a blockade in the Gulf. As looks like Houston's about to be taken over. Oh, I guess they're... Okay, Austin's their capital. Oh boy, these diplomatic points can't get here quick enough! Speaking of which, let's see, we'll get back to work on our port in New Jersey. Alright, now we got diplomatic points, so pause. Let's see now. Can we do anything? Still can't intervene. See, well, let's see about Mexico. If we can declare war on... we can't. Well, ain't this a pretty disappointing start to the mod where you can't even help Texas out because you don't have... Okay, now they took over territory. Maybe that changed. No, it did not. God. We're fucking neutral with them, and it's not going up quick enough, unfortunately. I guess there's nothing else I can do. I'm just going to keep the troops here and them fully supplied in case something can happen. Maybe an event will pop up which allows us to invade Mexico. And speak of which, as I just forgot, because I'm a blithering idiot, start expanding out here, too. Forgot to start colonizing, because it's going to take a while. Okay, we can't do Oklahoma yet. But the British haven't tried Washington yet, thankfully, so hopefully I didn't screw up. And hopefully we won't lose Washington and get Oregon, Idaho, and Colorado, because Mexico can't get any of them yet, since they're not secondary power. But if they become secondary power, they might try to do Oklahoma, unfortunately. I can't believe... I knew I was forgetting something earlier in the game, but I couldn't figure out what the hell I was missing. Try and fix a relationship with the British. As our naval base production went up. Okay, looks like... Oh, good! Yes! Here we go. That's good. Our influence with them went up, so now we can hopefully be friendly or cordial with them. Let's see. Oh, we're in our sphere! We should be able to... Yes! There we go! Alright, here we go. Get involved now. We're now at war with Mexico. So now that they're sphered, hopefully we can get Texas soon. As we'll now start sending troops in. And of course I'm going to call in mobilizing. And start supplying our ships and cut costs for everything else. Now we can't do that yet, unfortunately. And we'll send our ships out into the Gulf of Mexico, as we'll send you down there too. Alright, back to the simulation, as our factories unfortunately are closing down. Okay, we're still thankfully... we're not making money. That's not a good sign, because we can't go into debt. Because if we go into debt, we're going to have to pay it off, and that's not a good sign. Fuck the capitalists, they're a minority. And also pause for a second, because we're going to change the waypoint down here to Louisiana instead. So now I gotta get all the troops that are being built. It's only 6,000 at the moment being mobilized down here to Louisiana. Alright, so get you down there instead. Hopefully I'll provide some blockade support. They got a lot of troops right there, unfortunately. Okay, we're fighting up there, and unfortunately we're losing. It's not good. We better send troops up there. Oh boy, this is definitely not really a good start to this game so far. As Mexico is... Oh my god, they're kicking our ass! We're losing like 1,000 troops as it's now 1837. Okay, we slowly turn the tide around for the moment. Okay, as we got a couple troops. Looks like 12,000... No, 15,000. Good. Get them moving, okay? And these guys are going to take next July when we can start colonizing. And of course, nope, we cannot do Oklahoma yet. Well, okay, that's going to end the episode off here, off to probably not a really good start, unfortunately. Looks like Mexico is a lot stronger in this game, unfortunately. Hopefully we can keep back, let's see, only not even 30% mobilized yet. So hopefully next year we'll fight and keep Mexico off, and maybe we can sphere Texas. So, Johnny!